Hi, chat. How are we doing today? Oh well. There we are. We're here. Let's see. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, I think I forgot to remove the menu from hits. There we go. We're here. Ready to play the Stanley Parable. Finally. Let's see. Is everything ready? I do think we are indeed ready to go. Ta ta ta, yes. Yummies, yummies, yummies. Let's see. Stanley Parable today. Interesting. I'm not ashamed to admit that I have, in fact, uh, gotten the achievement in the original one for playing the game for the entirety of Tuesday. Oh yeah, nope, it's my last gotten achievement too. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, I'll can I actually? Window capture. I basically got every achievement. It's not allowing me to show Steam, is it? Does it allow me to show? It does not allow to show. Ah, it doesn't allow me to show Steam. Serge. Well, basically, the last achievement I'm missing is the speedrun, which I should be able to just get at some point, so I can complete the original Stanley Parable. Now, the Deluxe edition apparently has a lot of the same achievements from what I'm seeing. Awarded for getting any other achievement first. Welcome back. Quit the game and start again. Yeah, that's basically the same. Seriously, we disabled the jumping. Yeah. Complete the game. Test achievement. Yada yada yada. It seems to be mostly the same. Except that apparently the go outside achievement is now 10 years instead of, what is it, 5? Oh my god, they're allowed... Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of Tuesday. It's back. It's back, so I'm gonna have to open the game for the entirety of Tuesday next week. I'm gonna get that achievement again. I will get that achievement again. Hi, Reska. Yes, it is a very nice mug. It's very good. Yes. Thanks to Yang. Yang made me that mug. Really happy with it. Really happy with how it turned out. Yes. Let's see. I think that's basically it. There's a couple other new achievements that I haven't seen yet, but the go outside achievement is literally don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Ooh. 10 years. Yeah, the previous one was just a mere 5 years, which I did do. I actually didn't play the game for 5 years. And I went back and got the achievement. So, I mean, I outplayed the game. I outplayed the Stanley Parable right there. Okay. Let's see. Let's swap to the game. The game doesn't show up, naturally. The one for 10 years, I mean, you can probably, if you really wanted, you can probably just, change the date on your Windows PC. Just change it to skip to 2032. I mean, you can probably just get that. But I kind of want to see how long I can, go for without actually getting the achievement, by time traveling. Because I did actually not play the Stanley Parable 5 years, and then I wanted to play it again. So, it's definitely possible. It is definitely possible. Yes, yummies. So why is the game not showing up? I think that's the real question, isn't it? Maybe I have to pick subtitles first? Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No, actually... Oh, wait, it works now. Oh, it works. Okay. So I have to be tapped in. Alright, here we go. I have played the Stanley Parable before. Please adjust the slide. I think there's an achievement for this. I think there's actually an achievement for playing around with the slider. All the way. Just carefully play around with the slider. It's barely visible. I can still see it. There we go. That's barely visible. Please enter the current time. Well, the current time is 7:11. Why did I go? Oh, it's one of these. So let's make it 7:12 because that's what it is now. PM. Ooh, do we want to do it accurate? I'm gonna do it accurate. I'm gonna do it on time. Hold on. I'm gonna do it on the second. So we're gonna have to wait a minute. So we are actually gonna have to wait 1 entire minute for this one, but it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny when it happens. We're almost at the 30-second mark. Now you can also see how much the delay is actually. That's pretty fun. You can see the delay. 40 seconds. 45. 50. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I was a little bit early actually, damn it. Now this? I remember this. So do they want me to play around with these buttons?
This is the story.
So we're gonna play around with these buttons. Huh? Let's go over here. Are there more sliders? There are more sliders. I don't even know what I'm doing is gonna work. Well, let's just start the game. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Well, good for Stanley. Good for him.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Wait, what does it say? I hate which days? Mondays. Makes sense. Alright, so we can just go for the straight up ending where, you know, you go close that door. However, let's play around for a bit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, that's not good. So, of course, let's do the classic one.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes, I am.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay, so you don't think clicking a door 5 times is worth an achievement, but what if I jump 5 times? Oh, wow, I got an achievement for jump, or for trying to jump. Thanks. Thanks, Dev. Oh, and I got another achievement for getting my first achievement. So I got 2 achievements for me trying to jump. And you won't give me an achievement for clicking a door 5 times? It's kind of mean. Alright, let's...
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Alright, hold on. Doing 50 clicks. Let me turn out the mouse sensitivity a bit. This is why I have a rapid clicking button for this moment. Here we go. Oh, you hear this clicking? Ooh, that's clicking.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
True.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
God, where is it again? 4117. Where was that again? 420. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Oh, moving back. There it is.
Excellent.
Okay,
I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or
Oh,
so.
here we go. 10 clicks. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting the achievement. It's working. It's genius.
Now, back to door number
Yeah,
437.
I'm moving. Let's go. Oh, here we go.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Moving. We're getting there.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
I think that's this one. Yep. All right, here we go. Yeah, hold on. I'm getting there.
Yes!
Perfect.
This
Yep,
is
yep.
great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Moving.
We've almost got it.
Yeah, I got you.
Now the copy machine. Do that one again.
I'm moving. Let's go.
Finish it off, Stanley.
I will.
5 clicks
Yes.
on door 430.
Let's go.
Yes!
Woo!
We did it. Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Alright.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks.
Exactly.
Really now? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. I should have known better. Anyway, where were we? We were trying to do something. We're trying to find our co-workers, I think. So let's.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I don't know. I like this room.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Oh yeah, didn't even tell me about. I wasn't even looking at the paintings. Thank you. Wow, beautiful.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Yep.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Yep. Hard agree. Wait, what? Huh? Why can I press
Stanley
the
sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yep, I know. I just make clicking noises wherever I click, anyway. Number 1 dead? Wow. I wonder if that's me. Okay. think he wants me to go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well. Okay, so. We're gonna do the fun ending first, the one I really like. It's a classic
Stanley,
one.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
It's a classic.
foot here.
It's a classic.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is...
Damn it!
But
Damn it! I missed.
To prove that he's
Damn
in
it! I
control
missed.
of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left.
Let's
the
go! The death
and
ending.
plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am very powerful. I am very menacing. All right, let's get the one ending where I close myself in. Let's see. Oh, I could just there we go.
But Stanley simply
There we
couldn't
go.
handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
This game is not creepy. It's funny.
Just a little bit closer.
Mint.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Mint. I was looking at the achievements earlier. They basically added most of the same achievements. However, they now added a super go outside achievement where you have to be outside for 10 years instead of 5. No, it's funny. It is not a creepy game. It's really not.
All of his coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So let's now go for the ending I was going for. Mint, don't spoil the ending. I'm looking at the achievements. I want to know if the achievements are the same. Mint, no spoilers. I want to do the funny ending.
A set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the
Speed
meeting
running.
room.
We're speed running now.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
Yep, this room.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
True. All right, let's continue.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Right, we're going.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Yep, I know.
it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I don't want to hear it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
I think I need
foot
to have a
here.
bit more patience this
I'm
time
not
around.
your enemy, really, I'm not.
Just
I
a tad more
realize that
patience.
investing your trust in someone
tad.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story
Alright,
has been
now
about
we can
nothing
go.
but you. What? Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have
Yep.
zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Oh, you won't.
Look, let me prove it.
Prove me.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. Prove it to me. You won't. Do what you want.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door. So the blue one.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
So you mean the blue one?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
So you mean the blue door?
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
Oh.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
You still haven't finished building this section? You still haven't?
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
My God, it's been so many years!
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yes.
Skill trees?
Yes!
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Oh, let me show me. Give me a skill tree.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay, show me.
There we go.
Oh my God!
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Go
ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
A third option?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
About a 4 so far.
Okay, so we're getting
I'm feeling about a 4.
Clearly, there's something here that speaks
Yep.
to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark.
Yeah, it felt like
but
forced.
I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling.
It felt kind of forced.
Based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Okay.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
All right, show me. Ooh. Okay. To the correct door. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? So that's the thing, right? That's the thing. I have not gone towards the correct door because I don't know what the correct door is. Like, they are not helping me here. I think this is really bad direction. The game hasn't told me the correct door. So I don't know. The game has not told me the correct door. I think it's really bad direction.
Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Look. I like the leaderboard. I like that good idea. However, you are not giving me, a comprehensive idea of what door I'm supposed to take. Not even a hint. And I feel like just random chance is bad game design.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype
It's
of
bad
the
game
new game
design.
I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure, show me.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
I see.
You click the button to move him back to the right.
Ooh.
And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Okay, I see.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
I see.
I think the art world will really take notice.
Okay.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4 hours?
So
Alright, I
why
can
don't
play it
you
on.
give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Okay, let's play it for 4 hours
Be sure
then.
to keep notes on your experience.
Alright, this is the next bit of the stream.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing.
No, thank you, man.
Your
Thank you, man.
input
I
was
try really hard. I
extremely
try really hard.
valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Yep.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, let's see. What do you have for me? It's not loading. The game is telling me it's loading. Ah.
Aha!
Alright.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man
Yep.
spying on innocent civilians below you from
Yeah,
up
exactly.
high
You
in
know
your
it, you know
clock
it.
tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Probably.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game,
Min,
Stanley.
don't say anything
And
yet,
it
you don't
seems there's
know.
even more. Come, let's venture outward and see
Min,
what else
you don't
is
know
out
anything
there.
just yet. Was that the Minecraft sound? Was it the goddamn Minecraft sound? What the hell was that? Space buffs. Buff? Buff supremacy! Alright, let's see. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Truly a game. Yeah, the cool ass. Yeah, it had the cool ass.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Wait.
It is. It's an open world
It
game.
definitely
Good
is.
God, quickly, block it off.
No, wait, no!
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
We're in the woods. We're definitely in the woods.
Here. Let's find another game.
We're definitely still in the
Preferably
woods.
something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Alright, show me what you got. What you got, bro?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Show me. What do you got now? Ah, perfect. Now this is a game.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly
This
what I
is a
had in
game.
mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Definitely game design.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Where's the ball?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
There's supposed to be a ball.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind.
Yeah, put it up,
here.
put it up,
Is
put it
this
up.
game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
Yep,
What
put it up.
fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
No,
Yes,
not that. No,
I
it's
think
not that.
surely
It's not
we
that game.
must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
All right. Here we go, baby. All right, here we go. Yep. Moving. We're moving. Yep. Here we go. Oh wow, it's just like the real game. I always miss the goal.
Are you doing it? Are you winning?
I'm winning,
Is
I'm winning,
this
I'm
fun?
winning.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard
I'm winning.
on? Stanley, I have a thought.
Whoa!
And I realize I'm not
wait,
a
it's not in yet.
sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure...
Oh,
Hold on.
what was that? Crap!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Help! Help! Well, now we're stuck here. I don't remember what way you were supposed to go here. Is there even the right way? Oh, nope. Oh, there we are. Look. This is really cool. This is the original map. Like, I played the Stanley Parable. I'm gonna flex real quick. This was what the Stanley Parable map was like in Gmod back in the day. Believe it or not, this map was a Gmod map first. It's so cool. That this is just still there. You see, this is the door choice. It's really dark now because, you know, it isn't used anymore. But it's pretty cool. I really love that. This is the original map. Before they, you know, made the game on their own. It's so cool. It's so dope. And there's the original computer. Was the Half-Life mod? I think it was Gmod. I'm pretty sure I played it on Gmod. Could be a Half-Life map that was just their own game. I don't remember. Is the door closed yet? Oh, the door isn't closed yet. I don't remember what I'm supposed to... I think I'm just supposed to wait. Or just wonder, well, all this thing else. Well, yeah.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
Chaos?
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Yep.
Very soon.
Yep.
I can wait.
So can I. So I'm kind of curious what happens if I, don't jump off the map. I fear he won't change the game again, but I am really curious if he does.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm really curious.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I kind of want to
missed a
play it
memo.
again, to be honest. Kinda. Just to see if he'll play more games. He probably won't.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm.
Yep.
No. Stanley knew it was something deeper.
The lore?
Something darker.
The lore. But let's go take a look.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It could be that he marked it off now. And then has to reset. Yeah, no, it's not marked off.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's try it again.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Let's try it once more.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. Really?
Yep, really.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
What if one of the games is
Are you
Unipop?
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Open the goddamn door.
Let me prove it.
Open the door.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Open the door.
Now listen carefully. This is important.
Open the door.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Open the door. Thank you.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood.
Nope.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Nope.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there?
We're speed
You wanna
running.
Find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen.
I know
Well,
what
don't
lies at the
let
end
me
of this
stop
road.
you.
The storm that is
You see?
approaching,
There's
provoking.
nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story?
Yammers. Yammers. It was ruining. Hold on, I tapped out of the game real quick. God damn it. Reska has been clipping. Reska! Are you actively clipping the stream?
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Feedback these nuts.
There we go.
Got him.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Awful.
A 1?
Awful.
I mean, I can understand if you have reservations. You saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
Yep, a 1.
That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
Ratio. Got him. GG's
Here,
Epic Gamer.
Based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Nice leaderboard, nerd.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Actually, you're right, man.
Again,
Actually, you're right. Too
honest
much
answers,
dialogue from a
please.
speedrun.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Okay.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Alright, we're doing the baby skip again. We're doing the baby skip.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh god, oh, that's actually really loud. God damn. Where's our planter?
You heartless
Where's our planter?
bastard.
That
Did
feels
you do it
random.
because
Where's our
you hate
plant?
babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience.
Oh, don't worry
for you.
about it. It's the
I'm
baby
not even
skip.
going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
Right, let's
Just
go
to
back
ease
to
the pain.
let's go back to Firewatch.
Let's
This
see.
game sucks.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Alright, man, if you could change the stream game to Firewatch, let's go.
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
You didn't change the game, man.
So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
So there is a sprint button in this game, so that's already an improvement, to be honest.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open
Let me
world
out!
game.
Let me
Good
out!
God, quickly block it off.
No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions.
Man.
No path to follow. You can just go in any...
I tried, man, I tried.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
We're still in the woods.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Alright.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big,
Definitely,
insurmountable
definitely.
walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Alright, put me in. Put me in, coach. Alright, man, change the game title to Rocket League now.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay, give me the ball. Coach, put me up.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
It's definitely sports ball.
We
I
shall
feel
run
that.
the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yep.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Thank you. Well, let's try the other goal, because last time the orange goal wasn't the one that's supposed to work. Let's see if I can score in this one then.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is
I don't
this
know.
fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought.
That's a
And I realize I'm not a
goal!
sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more
Oh my
euphoric
lord.
sports experience.
Oh my
I'm going to
lord.
try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel
Woo!
amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more.
Yes.
I'm insatiable.
More!
More balls.
More! Woo! Now this is gameplay. Yeah! I'm having fun, I think.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yeah.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Yeah.
Well, I sure
I'm having
hope you're
fun.
having a good time, because guess what?
No!
It's over.
No!
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game,
Aw,
and what
come
I
on.
say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley.
Okay, bye.
I'm leaving.
I don't need
See
you.
how you like it when I'm not around to
Okay,
set the
okay,
rules.
bye. I don't need you,
Somehow,
man.
I don't think you'll enjoy it as
Oh,
much.
we'll see
Who
about that
knows?
one.
You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something.
How
After all,
dare you?
You're the one who knows best.
Oh no! Oh,
Take
you
care,
are the child
Stanley.
here. All right, bye. Go. Just go. I don't need you. I have chat. I don't need you. Bye, narrator. Don't need you. Nope. Nope. I'll just have fun with my chat instead. Right, chat. How are you guys doing? How's chat doing? You know, I don't need this narrator to have fun. I just have you all. I'll have fun with you all. No, man. No, wait. No. No, man. No, wait. Please. Okay, so I think the ending is then exactly the same. Then I fall down here, go into the old map, and the narrator's crying like, no, no, please. Alright, let's begin the game again. Right, let's see if we can find any other
All of
endings
his
then.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Let me
he
talk,
couldn't find a
narrator.
trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so I do think the older version. Yeah, I think the older version was more fun. Because instead of Firewatch and oh wait, that's one of the input endings, yeah. Instead of Firewatch and what is it, Rocket League? You got to play Minecraft and Portal, which was really fun. I guess we're not getting Minecraft and Portal. Maybe it's in a different ending now, I don't know. Oops. Alright, let's go to the left this time. Maybe the
When
Adventure Line
Stanley
ending
came
is
to a
different
set
too.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
True, there's still the Minecraft door effect. Weren't some of these portraits changeable into death pictures? Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Oh,
disbelief,
wow.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yep, that's relatable. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yep, I feel that. Yep, everyone is unique. Yep, yummies. Okay, I see. Okay, hold on, I need to zoom in. Market report, okay. It's increase of crash per slide. Yep, I see that. Okay. Oh god. So the top 20 thing you love most about your boss. Okay. You're yourself? Okay. Comatose. Okay, see. Pollution. Alright. And now it's looping. Satch. Okay, where were we? Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. But what if I go back?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
Yep,
No reason to still be here.
Yep, I got it. Yep.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Alright guys, I'm the new Sizzle. How are you guys doing today? How's chat? How's chat doing? Hold on. Is chat alright? So we appear to be in a broom closet of sorts. What?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Thank you, sir.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Well, we'll see about that.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nothing new here? Man? Wait, what? Could you always open this door? I'm pretty sure you couldn't open this door before. Wait, pretty sure you could not open this door before. Alright. Okay. I didn't even say hi to Nappy. I'm so sorry, Nappy. That's the crackle. Oh, that sounds awful. It's a pretty big building, huh? The narrator is singing with me, goddamn. He's shredding! I don't think this is going anywhere. There's gotta be something. Stuff is rumbling? What do you mean stuff is rumbling? You mean the screen? Yeah, the screen is shaky. Oh ja, nou, dat is al zeker, ja, ja. I do think it's getting worse, now that you mention it. Hi, Silent. Okay, this is going nowhere. And we're back exactly where we started. Okay, sure. Let me just close this. This is a cursed door. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Was it again?
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Yeah.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
God, I'm insane. Okay, let's go down. Alright, you want me to hiss? You want me to hiss? Let me give you a good old hiss. Let me just first take a sip.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Hiss. Hiss. No, God, I'm not feeling it today. Hold on. Hiss. No, God, it's not coming out. Hiss. There we go. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good hiss. That was pretty good hiss.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, let's go to the mind control facility. That sounds like a place I want to be.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay, now comes the tricky part. Yeah, okay, so I think I messed up. I think I'm supposed to get on here first before opening the gate. Or maybe I can get back on it. I don't know.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh God. Don't you do this to me. Can I not get on there again anymore? I thought you could get on there. Am I wrong? I thought you were supposed to be able to get back on there. I want to get the achievement.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
All this time?
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
No.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Oh my
happy,
God.
or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
How could
and
he?
As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Nope.
For he would dismantle the controls once
That I
and
will.
for all.
I'm getting an achievement. Hold on, just give it a second. Oh, I can already walk. Never mind.
Blackness and a rising chill of
Hold
uncertainty.
on. I don't know where it is.
Was it over?
Where's the door?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Open up.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
No, it doesn't.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
True.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Let me out.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Narrator. It is an open world game now.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
I am free.
Immense possibilities
After
of
1,000
path
years.
before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Oh my god, man. I got an achievement for beating the game.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is
No,
it?
it isn't.
Is this Stanley's office?
I don't know. Oh yeah, there's also still an ending. You can get on here. How do you do it again? I don't think I really did this ending before. Hold on. There we go.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary
Wow, that's pretty
into
cool,
the
that's
nature
I know.
of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Yep.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
It's
Why
very
don't we
white.
take a minute just to drink it all in?
Yep.
Okay, I'm over it now.
Okay.
What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Then in that case, we'll continue.
Yep, thank you.
But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop?
I don't know.
Do
Maybe
think
you would
it
listen
have
to me.
been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
Perhaps.
Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Exactly.
Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
I don't know. Maybe.
Clearly, this whole
maybe.
gag takes
Maybe I
some
should.
time. What if the other option is even longer?
I don't know.
How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option.
Exactly. You
and
don't
now
even
you've come
know.
to see what happens in
Yep.
this
You,
one.
you don't know.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, you convinced me. Okay, you convinced me. I'm coming back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
It is.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
I guess.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
We'll see.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You too will become quite unbearable.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, it's not done yet. Is there a second verse? It's just a loop of the song now, I guess. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a loop of the song now. Alright. Alright, moving on. Moving on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That is quite ominous.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That is quite ominous. I've never seen that one before. Don't think I've ever seen that one before on the screens. Guys! We finally found the new content. It was here all along. I should have known. I should have known. God, Mint, how could I be so stupid? It's been here all along. Well, I would be a fool not to go into the new content, right?
Oh, new content?
Yeah!
What does that mean, new content?
Yeah. You know, new content. Like a new story bit? I'm guessing? Just know. Something new. Oh. New content. There's new content, right?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Whoa!
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Let's go!
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
Oh!
Ultra Deluxe.
Here we go, man! It's new
Oh,
content!
well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Finally, I can't believe I've looked for this so long.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Oh, here we go!
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be
Cool Ghost.
moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new...
Let's
content.
go,
I've
Cool
never
Ghost.
been more ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Yeah, it
It's as if,
doesn't...
Oh, okay.
It
Let's
doesn't
see
hold
the
up to the
content.
original one.
Give
I
me
have
the
to admit.
content, Stanley.
Yeah, here we go. Content. I need the content. The jump circle?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
No way. Okay. Are you trying to tell me that if I get in here, I will be able to jump? Oh my god. No way. I can jump out of the circle. Oh my god. Oh my shit. Holy shit. I can jump. Oh, this is... No. Oh. Uh-oh.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, that has to be.
Goodness, another elevator. Sadly, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
My first impressions of the jump circle was pretty hype. I was actually very much hyped to get to the jump circle. But I have to say, only having like 30 jumps is very disappointing, and I don't think that's good game design. I think, you know, the amount of jumps in the jump circle should be, you know, infinite. I think I would prefer that if the game allowed me to jump as much as I want. I think it's very bad game design to limit my jumping. What is this then? Okay.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says Test achievement, please ignore. What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Well, I'm very disappointed. I'm gonna leave a negative review on Steam, to be honest. Like the new content just isn't what I expected it to be. It is truly disappointing. It is truly disappointing. I can't believe that they would just make that as the new content and then just ship it like that. Well, back to the classic of this. Yep.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
Look,
I want to show you something!
man, we've been in the vent so many times, I can't keep going in the vent, narrator. Fine. Disappointing. It's really disappointing that devs just don't care about the fan base. That would just, you know, make...
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah.
Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Okay.
So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Now this looks like content. There we go.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I'm just so disappointed that there isn't any new content in the game. It's really disappointing, like... I mean... We've all been here before, let's be honest. We've all been in the memory zone. It's like nothing new. There's nothing new here. Like, why even bother? Don't forget. Yep. All classic. Yep. 2013. Yep, I know.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Agree.
Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
There it is.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Look at that. That is the original box. If you... Do you remember? You know, in the stores? This was the original box that you could buy for the PC game. And it came with like a floppy disk and stuff. Really cool, really cool. It's been so long since I've seen a box like this. It's actually insane. Ah, there it is. The Audience Award. Yep, for the 2014. Yep. And of course the British Academy Awards. I never forgot how high hype I was when they got the award. That was actually insane. Good times. Let's begin again. Nope, the sword cannot be opened. Mozilla Firefox, I see. So that's your browser of choice. I see. Good to know, devs. I'll let people know. No memory lane. Oh my god, there it is. The original soundtrack CD. No way! Oh my god. They actually have their first dollar stored here. Okay, that's actually insane. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's actually cool. That's the demo. That's the title screen from the demo. That's actually cool. The demo is also a unique thing. It's actually a pretty cool, unique one. I got this achievement. Haha, and I also got this one. Game innovation. Debut game. Ooh. Story. Ooh. Okay. Los Angeles time. Okay. What? Oh, wait, no. Makes sense, makes sense. What? Is this copyrighted?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Oh, thank you.
Like
Okay.
this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Every game ever created?
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't
Are you
even
even
a
allowed to say
Stanley
those words?
Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I mean, to be fair, Persona 3 is actually one of the best games ever. It's such a genius story. It is actually... If you ever get the chance to play Persona 3, you really should. It's such a good game. It is actually an insane good game. It is, however, a very depressing story, so... Oh... Well, there it is! Our dirt house! Remember when we created our first dirt house? Oh, and the portal gameplay. We had to play the super hard puzzle. Oh. I remember. I'll never forget. Person of the year. Oh, is this actually decoding? Oh, that's pretty cool. 30 figures? Yes. Okay, so you cannot open this door. Sedge. The original remake. Yep. Ah, yes. Remember the Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. God. It's been so long. Number is 29. I think that was the demo? That? Because of what the... People play games because of what they can do inside them. And your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Damn.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Wow. This is actually pretty good. This is actually a pretty good, you know, summary. I really like this. Nice game. Not a big fan though. Huh? How? Oh. Wait, huh? This is the door that opens, right? Wait, I'm very confused now.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Neither do I. What? What the hell? What is happening?
No. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh my god. What? Like, at first I was playing along, right? But now I actually don't know what this is about. Oh, is he gonna call out someone? This man! Oh my god, is this actual real account? Oh, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Oh, imagine being this person getting doxxed. Oh god. Hold on, where, how do I find people? How do you find people again? There was like a way to look for people. And look at their profiles. I don't remember how you do that. Steam bug Livia. Huh. Perhaps the account is gone. Or maybe they actually did change the name. I don't think it's an actual account.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I mean...
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
I don't know.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Okay, so it does appear to be not, real accounts because of the pictures the same as here. I guess the name is just randomized. Can I actually go in here? I was wondering, they wouldn't really, dox people like that, right? Because they probably would, get hate on their Steam profiles if they were actual people. I mean, it's probably a real review left by someone, but I doubt they're gonna use the real name of the people. Well, it's not really doxing because, it isn't the real name. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh!
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Is this for the speedrun achievement? Okay, so I was very curious if you could get in the water. But I guess you
And
can't.
here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you,
Oh, is he gonna
and
loop?
therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably...
That's it. No looping.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact
Oh
be
my
both
god,
of
he's
these
actually
things
starting
at
to irritate
once,
me now.
that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've got me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Okay.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. 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 Treatise, manifesto.
Shut up!
Treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
Oh yeah, no, you can.
I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
You can just change your...
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, Surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
No, you already can.
Because
Don't
of
worry.
this very situation.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix
the
of
ashes.
quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time, the additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review. It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving. I have to read it again.
No.
It's simply too
No, no,
wonderful.
no, no.
I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time, the additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment.
Hi,
You
Puff.
are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy to
Stop
have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest
Is he gonna
selves,
loop it again?
as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future.
Is he gonna loop it again?
Wow. Now, Stanley,
Is he gonna loop it
that's
again?
a
Don't you
review.
dare.
It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving.
Nope,
Well,
nope, not
Okay,
again.
welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Oh.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
I see a vent.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and
we
to
can vent.
please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was.
We can vent.
Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
I'll try.
Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave?
I'll find a
Please,
weak spot.
take any option at all.
I'll find a weak
I'm
spot.
asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Oh, go.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button.
I'm not doing it. Don't
wait
worry.
here.
No, not yet.
Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button.
I'm not doing anything.
Good.
Just yet. No.
Good.
Okay, go.
I'll be right back.
Go. Okay. So now that he is gone, we can press the skip button. Right? Because I mean, he is gone. And he's gonna look for a door. And I don't feel like, waiting for him to get back. We could just skip until he gets the door. Right? If we just skip, he'll get the door fixed. Let's just skip.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
Did you not find the door?
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Oh my God.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door.
Can you not place a new door?
There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Remove the
I
button!
can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch
Oh.
it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Because you don't stop!
And thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't
it's all you.
ignore
It's all
the
you.
negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this?
I was thinking
Here I
mine,
am,
but now
stuck in a
we're
room,
stuck.
waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time.
You want me
knowing
to press
you're
the
going
button?
to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you, just your decision as to exactly when you're
we're
going
getting
to make me
headbutts.
suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it.
And I have to take
Surely
a
you'll
zip.
press that button
that I
again,
will.
leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own
Ah.
desire to see what's next
I have
ahead
to
of my
sit
need for
upright.
company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, I know you too well. You'll be leaving me oh my God. And it's all because
No,
of those reviews.
You're
Oh,
not.
Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Don't look.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me
Yeah.
talking and you saying nothing.
I don't say anything.
Would you
I'm
think
a silent
that it's
streamer.
exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley.
Exactly.
I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I can hear
Because
you.
maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps
Yes.
I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it.
Well,
to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Just a moment. So you'll be back, right? You will be back, right? Psych, I won't be back.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Hey.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Yeah, I have.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being.
God, I
saw
want
that
to
I could
skip
allow myself to
so
exist
badly
along
again.
all
Please
timelines,
shut up.
and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival.
Okay.
If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Okay. Well, you see, the thing is, right? I don't have to wait because I can just press the button again. Ow. Ow. Ow, please stop. Please stop. Let me press the button again. Oh, that's so loud. That's so loud. Ow.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down
Oh my
review.
God, he's
and
so
make all of
salty.
their pitiful demands.
He's so
But then,
salty.
He's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us. Now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button.
Oh my
You should
God.
be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We
Shut
want all
up,
of
man.
this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort
Who are you
with
even
ourselves
talking
that
to
our
at this
entertainment
point,
is
bro?
now our lives.
Shut up. No, shut up.
It has come to
Sh-
represent
shut
us.
up, I'm-
It absolutely must
How
speak
dare
to
you.
who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without
I am the
entertainment,
host.
we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly
Oh, at this
captivating
point, I
that
actually
they
missed The
consume
Office. Where was
all
The
of our
Office,
attention,
man?
turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity
let me go
these
back.
entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project.
Ah.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around
Are
which
you
these
really?
perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time.
Bro, it's one
They are mired
comment.
in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment.
Bro, it's just one
And my,
comment.
how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam.
Bro, it
Perhaps
was
it says far more about them
it was
than
one
ever said
negative
about me.
review.
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to
Oh my
finish.
God.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be
now
funny. It
he's
was meant to have a
looping
point.
again.
It was meant to speak to the
Oh, wait,
human
was he?
condition.
Is he?
But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
I don't know, is this a loop
"Entertain
again?
us."
I'm actually-
It wasn't enough. They had to
Oh, yeah,
leave
there
a
we go. It is
pathetic
a loop. It is a loop now. Nothing new? Can I hear the water? There's gotta be something, right? What? Oh, now it's leaking!
The end is never the end.
Oh
is
my
never
God,
the
here we go.
end,
Here he
is never
goes.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Is
Yep,
never
yep,
the
there's
end,
the
is
existential
never the
crisis.
end, is never the end, is never the end.
Now it's just actually raining. second bed? Hell yeah. What if this room is gonna be flooded next time I press this button? Well... I mean... Oh! Near Automata? So I guess the moral of the story is that I'm gonna be able to get out at some point. Probably now. Okay, well... As apparently the end times have come. I guess Cthulhu was summoned. Yep, that definitely does sound like Cthulhu. Yep. Huh! Huh! Narrator! Narrator, I'm out! Narrator, come back! Narrator, we're out! Look! The world is still as beautiful as it was before! Huh! You see? What's the point of pressing the skip button? It is still beautiful, right? We can salvage this. We can salvage this world. Look, open world game. Don't you have to block me? you have to block me off at some point, right? Narrator? Narrator. Ah, there we go. You can't just put me back in... After all that, you just put me back in the office. Insane. Hi, Ace.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
My god. Now that was a trip. Jesus Christ.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Good lord. Huh. Oh my god! Okay, I knew that was in the game. I did know that. But I thought it only happens if you did the Avenger line. No, don't worry about it, Mint. That is actually Stanley from another timeline. I totally forgot that it could happen. That he just walks around like that. It's Stanley from another timeline. It's fine. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. Fine, new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Fine. Skipping all that? No. What do you have to show me now?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
Oh no!
And about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why
what are you
I'm very
doing?
proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable
No!
2.
No! No, don't do this! No!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory they cover
damn
with a
it.
fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Never the end again. God. Stanley Parable 2. Yes. God damn it. You can't keep getting away with this, Dev.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Two. Dus. Wat does that say? Opa? Doei? Zwaai. Dos? Tvo. I don't know. I probably butchered all those pronunciations. So this is a sequel? Looks cool. Okay. So what's the sequel offering? So give me the rundown. Give me the rundown. What's the sequel offering? No way! 2 doors are back? That's insane. That's insane. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. New hotness. Old and busted. Okay. I probably did, right? Stop up the builder. Is that just fan art? Random fan art? Okay. Okay. So what do you have to offer me? Ooh, logos. Yeah, I definitely don't like the second one. The third one is... I think the fourth one is pretty good, but I do like the first one. The first one is definitely the best. The fourth one is pretty good too. E. 2 plants. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. 2 steps.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Please don't
It'll
do
all
this.
work itself out. Game
Please.
development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
So, narrator. Scrum design pitch break design number 2. Who took the rep marker? Me. That's such a mean prank. Who took the rep marker and someone just says me. 2. The prequel to this. The prequel? The Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2, is the sequel to the Stanley Parable. Oh my god. Oh, that's what the show for. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, thank you. It's so great to be here. New features. New content. Okay. Show me what you got. Oh my goodness.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Well, if you insist. Oh! No way.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
That is insane. Alright. Don't disappoint me now. Let's hear it. Say Sizzle!
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right
Oh.
now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I feel
So,
Jim.
Then please step forward and press the button.
Okay. A button that says my name. God, I wonder if the game will actually say Jim. That sounds awesome. That would be awesome if the game would actually say Jim.
Jim.
Oh my! Oh!
Yes, you see, what a thrill, what a rush. That was you.
Oh my God!
Described you. Do it again. Do it again.
No way, no way.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2,
Oh my
it would
God,
still
that is
be worth
insane.
the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Makes sense. Let's go out. Let's go out. Let's see what other features they have. What's the... Oh, you can't press the other button. What if you could? What if you could, though? The reinsurance bucket.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
You changed this? How dare you change this now? Alright, let's try another feature. Please tell me you actually heard my screenshots. Please tell me you actually heard those screenshots, because otherwise I will feel... That would be so sad. This t-shirt is the best new feature. Okay. Okay, good. Office decorations, reinsurance bucket. The button that says the... Well, clearly it says Jim. Alright. Stanley Parable 2. Office decorations. Infinite hole? Reinsurance bucket. What? Did you check the QR code? Don't tell me you actually checked the QR code. Oh my God, there's so much. Free achievement. Get it here. Get your free achievement. Pull the lever, receive your achievements. No more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on
Yeah.
accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Okay.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
I seriously don't trust you though.
Okay, perhaps I should have
God.
clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
You won't make me break the game again to get this achievement. Damn it. I won't be done dirty like this again. You will give me this achievement. No, no, nope, nope, not having it. Not having it. Where is it? Where is it? Nope, 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 nope. Test achievement. Test achievement. I'm looking at the completely wrong game. God damn, I was looking at the Stanley Parable. Hold up, guys. Hold up. They will not get away from me this time. They will not get away from me. Damn it. Okay. God damn it. I'm afraid I have to let this one go. No one else has figured out a way to get this achievement just yet. Son of a bitch! You can't do this to me!
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday, I'd say. Oh, I have to actually pick here.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
God damn it. You know what? Just for that.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
You're gonna change it once I leave, aren't you? Don't pull a fast one on me. Let's see. We could go to the reinsurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical. that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Alright, hand this baby over.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
I don't know.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I'm not really feeling this.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, I can just keep the bucket? Okay, I'll just take the bucket with me. Okay.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Still haven't changed it.
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we
Shut up.
all have to move on from our mistakes. You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable
It is a
2
bucket.
as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece.
You
then.
won't give me new jumps? Son of a bitch. Wait. What if I have the bucket? What if I bring the bucket towards the lever? Damn it! Collectibles. Oh my god. It's an epilogue. Collectibles, infinite hole. Settings world champion. I'm so confused. Where are we? It's the lower level. Where's the so-called settings world champion you're talking about? I don't see it. Jump circle exit. Okay, that's the exit. I don't want to go there just yet. Can you find them? Collect them all. Whoa!
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Of course.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Just like the Korok seeds. It's so dark, oh my god. Alright, here it is. There it is. That's it?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What if the achievement is tied to collecting all 6 figures? Oh my god, there is a second floor. GCC. You won't even... Ooh, something new.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I've just been debated. Are there even any more figures, or have I just been debated? Because I haven't seen a single different figure besides, you know, the one we just collected. Where's the infinite hole? I feel like that's the only thing we haven't done yet. And the epilogue, I guess. Oh wait, there was the epilogue. Okay, so that's behind us. Literally there. Okay. Have we been in there? Yep. Okay, let's go. Oh wait, I should be reading these. Okay. Okay. You are claiming this to be an infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Never?
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if
How do you get out
a
again?
stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
But how do you get out again? I feel like it's a bad idea.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
I mean,
one
it's
of my
pretty good.
more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top.
There is no teleport
and
button.
We can continue onward.
Oh.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Wait, what do you mean?
Is it a very, very deep hole?
Wait, what do you
To
mean?
be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
Is it?
Well, that sort of depends on your
Is it infinite or
definition of
not?
infinity. From one perspective...
Is it infinite?
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
It was not infinite! It was not infinite! It was in fact not an infinite hole. I'm I'm so mad. I'm actually so mad. You can't do this. God damn it. So I think the only thing left is the exit. I mean, there is a horror game based on SCP that is just a staircase going down and horrible things happen the more down you go. The exit is up here somewhere. No, I don't think there's another figure. Wait, there is an end? I thought there wasn't an end. Exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I think so.
Ready to move on now?
I think? Do we want to see what happens when we fall in the big hole? Or do we potentially not want to die and having to restart the game? Because I feel like it will potentially, you know, kill and have forcefully restart the game. I fear. And I'm kind of curious what happens when we, you know, finish this ending. No, no, what? No, I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna continue. I don't care. Ratio.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Do this.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Let me
and
down
I do
there.
very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
Well, you really
I
can't.
want fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Oh, no.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
Oh man, don't you dare.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh my god. Oh man! Okay. That is an insane title screen though. Alright, let's see.
This is the story of a
You
man
m-
named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company.
Oh wait,
in
it's
this
actually.
building
Oh my god,
where
it
he
actually
was
is.
Employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Oh boy, here we
He sat at
go.
his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly.
So this is exactly the same so far?
And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh my god.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Here, that's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay. Look, what if we find the machine for the achievement now? What if it's somewhere hidden right now and I can actually get that achievement?
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Come on, don't do this to me.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
What? Oh.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Nothing there?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No way.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion.
It's mine.
And lifelong friend.
I'll never be able to have
I
it.
can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk?
Wow!
To this stream of petty insults?
Really?
Simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley.
No.
Lay into it.
Nope.
Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Here we go.
Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I will. You stink. Okay, here we go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I can't believe that they actually are doing this. Aww.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
We are.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines?
Ooh.
Yes, I think
I like that one too.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay. There's three more. Three more to go.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Please. Wait, no!
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Okay. That's interesting. Let's go press number 3 then.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket... After taking some time to show the bucket around the boss's office, Stanley at last went to the keypad, where he began eagerly pressing the number 3 again and again.
Alright, never mind.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Yeah, it's insane that they actually went to rewrite this. God
A
damn.
hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate that Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility?
Is there a minifigure
Although
here?
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Probably not. Alright, let's go back.
But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
This is insane.
What
This is actually
horrible secret
insane.
did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this,
No.
and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring
Bucket, I got you.
it that everything would be fine.
Everything will be fine, Bucket. Don't tell me they actually edited the script.
Was the bucket
For
under
every
the mind
ending
control
with the bucket.
facility's influence as well?
That
Had
would
the
be
bucket
insane.
been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay, so I guess I'm missing 3 collectibles, and I have no idea where they are. Which is fine. Let's turn off the power.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Interesting.
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and
Uh-oh.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No!
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What? What the hell? That's it.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Figurine fighting community. Meet in the meeting room, okay.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
So, I'm guessing this is just permanent now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's do one more ending and then I'll end the stream. There we are. The completionist instinct. Now we're getting real. Okay. Do we have locations? Do we have locations? Just give me the truth. Okay. Appreciate it. Shut the frick up. Planks. Oh! These are actually clues. Receive criticism remains. Okay. Okay. Gotta collect them all. Okay. So, from what I'm gathering, there is one more, or at least one in the warehouse. Right. I got it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
However, I want to sit down here first. There it is, I hear it.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Don't wanna do this ending, the existential crisis ending. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
This isn't the office. What the hell is this? There we go.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Alright.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
There's also
to
something
go
down
back to
there,
the meeting room.
potentially. But I'm guessing there's one more here.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay. Let's head toward
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
What the
Up
hell?
there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was
How?
firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Wait, is this where the secret door comes in?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Don't you dare.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. Ah, okay.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay, interesting.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not
I
an
should have
actual
known. I should have
bucket.
gone with my first gut instinct. I should have known.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Can I study it from up close?
Incorrect.
Damn it.
It is a 3D printed
Yep,
recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I would have known if you let me get close to inspect it. I really should have known.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct.
Yes.
This is a bucket.
Yes! Oh.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
What?
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's
Damn
an
it.
enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the
It looks like a bucket.
Is this a bucket? Correct.
Yes.
This is a bucket.
Yes.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both.
I knew
Gotcha.
it. I knew it. I knew it.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Ooh.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
Yep.
Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I?
Maybe the real buckets were the friends we made along the way.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear the relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
No!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did
Everything is a
disappear?
bucket.
Was everything a bucket?
Yep.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yep.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
You should have known.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
What? Ah!
You're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
I need to restore it.
So, tell you what. I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay,
and
fine.
we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Okay, fine.
Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Let's see if we can grab that,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
the trophy.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We got the bucket ending.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
It's still
ago.
there, it's still there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anmarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then.
I hope so.
Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anmarines. None of us can. Now listen carefully.
Nope.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
I
Go
am
to the cargo
insane!
lift.
Oh my god, I actually can't believe that worked. There it is.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real
I
accomplishment.
did it.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing
I
it.
did it.
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Venting? Where the hell are we now?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
No.
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
Huh? Is the bucket an eldritch god? The bucket is an eldritch god, isn't it? Where's my chair? Oh, there it is.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh my god.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
And we're back here. Oh man, we're back here where everything started. This is where everything happened, where everything started for tonight. This is where all the madness unfolded. That is today.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible.
Don't you dare
Back
make
then,
me...
we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Are you gonna make me put it back? Are you gonna put it back at 1? So...
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley.
Wait!
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me.
Oh my
in all
god, did the
sorts
game
of
track how I was
mundane,
collecting them?
Unremarkable ways.
Did the game track how I was No way, the game was tracking how I collected them, right? No way.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Oh my god. Are you for real?
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory.
My
but
brain.
I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
My brain. What?
Let's see, what came next?
No, I've never been
Oh
here.
yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
No.
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No. Never seen this thing before.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special.
Yeah.
It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Are you...
Enjoy.
No way. I hate this. This is actually Movie Maker. This is actually Movie Maker.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Oh my god. Does that matter?
And then, Stanley, we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Yep.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
My mind is actually blown. How? So they accounted for every single scenario of which ones you collected them in. That is insane to me. That is why I need to see other people doing this now. I need to see how other people play this. I actually need to see that. It's so wild to me.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Bye, Memory Zone. Oh.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen.
Oh, okay.
Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, this spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Don't fall. Ah! Okay. Huh.
And here's where I made that video.
Please
don't. You remember
don't.
the video we watched?
Don't. Don't! God.
Yes, I love that video.
I knew it.
Still don't remember the pink room.
No, I
Still
don't
no
remember
memory
this
of
pink room
one.
either.
Good room though.
Yeah.
A solid room.
It's a pretty nice room.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
I
I'm
agree.
very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
I disagree. Okay, I guess I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to cheat. Yeah.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
I remember it too.
I do.
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Yep.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Hmm.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Well, I mean, that can be arranged. You just gotta, you know, let me play more of the game.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory. this one.
Classic. And I went to the one on the right. yeah, remember that?
And before everything else,
Yep.
there was your office.
Yep.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
I think it was a
There's
cutscene.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
I think there was a cutscene.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with, well, came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
You sure?
I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Is that it?
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after.
We done?
Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
We done, right? No more? We good? The sequel's not paused. I think we're done. Okay. 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 Right. Oh my god. Whew, that was a lot to process. You know, I didn't expect to be one continuous story like it was. And I don't think it's done either. I think there's still more content to see in this new Stanley Parable sequel, I guess. Stanley Parable 2, I don't know. Whatever they want to call it. I kind of thought there was going to be a one-off stream with no further need to explore this new Stanley Parable. You know, I thought it would be like a one-off, but I guess there is still reason to come back. So who knows, I might play this again soonish. We'll see. Because I don't know if there's more interesting. You know what? I'll give it one more go. Next time, I'll give it one more go. See if we can find more new endings. If it's just gonna be different dialogue with the bucket, I think that will be good. I think it will be good to let people play this on their own. Well, we'll see if there is one more session of weird stuff. But it got really interesting this time around because we started doing an ending I was familiar with. That one was changed. And then we went into a spiral of new content. I think most of the stream, I think definitely in 2 hours, 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours? Probably just new content. There was a lot of stuff. Yep, a lot. So much. Well, for now I'm done anyway. So let's see if there's anyone to raid. Shoga. Shoga's playing Mario Kart for the Subathon. Let's go see what Shoga's up to. It's another the future model sibling. Doesn't have a model yet. But soon. Anyway. I'll be around soonish or laterish. We'll see. So for now, bye-bye. Bye. Among Us.
Hi, Sizzle. Welcome. How was your stream?
Who's here?
Sizzle.
Oh,